Hey everyone, my name's Nylatep, aka James from the Repeatables. The other day, while working in our brand new Forever world, I started messing with a few little nifty designs, and I realized not everyone might actually know about these. I think they're still fairly obscure even today. So I figured, why not make a quick video to show you 3 random, easy, but slightly obscure builds that you could drop into pretty much any world. And if you want more like this, then please let me know in the comments. My head is full of these little tricks that I've picked up over the years, which reminds me, quick disclaimer, I didn't invent these. And honestly, I don't remember where I first saw them. If you do happen to know the original creator or the person who made them popular, then please drop their name or a link to their channel in the comments and I'll happily add credit to the description. Alright, let's jump in. The water elevator. This first one may be my favorite build of all time. Even when I don't need one, I tend to build one. It's fast, it's easy, and it works at any height. It's just a water elevator that literally anyone can make. It is so simple. The hardest thing that you need to get from this is soul sand, which is pretty easy to get, even if you're completely new to Minecraft. And how it works is very simple. You go into the side with soul sand, and you go flying up to the very top. You go in the bit with magma, and you go all the way down. There is one small issue with the magma side, in that it hurts a little bit when you touch it. But if you crouch when you're going down, you won't take any damage. If you have toggle crouch on, then it's even better. And it's so simple to build. It's literally just some outer blocks, soul sand, magma block, and a lot of water sources. A lot of water sources. You basically need each of these individual spaces to be its own water source, not free-flowing water. But there is an easy way to do that, and I will show you how. Alright, to build this elevator is really simple. All you need is 1 soul sand for the part that goes up, 1 magma block for the part that goes down, 2 buckets of water for each side, enough blocks to surround the elevator. Doesn't matter what block it is. I'm just going to be using glass because it's easy for you guys to see. 4 signs to stop the water from coming out, and lastly you need enough kelp to fill the entire length of your elevator. Now to start this off, I'm just going to build a really basic design. You can do this in any way you want, as long as they are not right next to each other. They need to have at least 1 block gap in between the up and the down. Apart from that though, you can do whatever you like. A simple tip at the beginning as well is just break the block under here so that when the water comes down at first, it'll land down there instead of spilling out. It's not necessary though. But once that's done, just build up the amount of blocks that you want the elevator to be. Once you've built up either side, get each of the water buckets and put it at the very top of the elevator. 1 on that side and 1 on that side. And then go down. Fill in these remaining bits, leaving a 2x1 gap at the bottom just so that you can get in. And now what you're going to do is put a sign on the side of each of these just to stop the water from coming through. Now just get some dirt to fill in these areas again so you can plant the kelp. And then the most important thing that you need to do here, and why this actually works, is that each of these blocks needs to be a source block for water. It can't be free-flowing water. And how you do that is kelp. If you plant kelp down, it will turn a flowing water block into a source water block. If we put one down in there, that now at the bottom is now a source water block. And if we keep building it up, all the way to the top, they are all now source water blocks. You can now go back down, break it at the bottom, and not get the kelp. Okay, I got the kelp back. And now we're going to go over here and do the exact same thing. I'm going to put 1 in there, 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 go all the way up to the top, and then back down to the bottom, break it. And now we just have 2 columns with water in them, each of which is water source blocks the entire way. But last but not least, we break this block down here, put the soul sand in, break this block down here, and put the magma block in. And now that's it. It's finished. This side will now go up, this side will go down. And thankfully, because of all these little air bubbles inside, you can breathe in there as well. So you could build this elevator all the way up to the very top limit, and you could still go inside, going up or down, and you won't have a lack of oxygen. Secret item frame locks. Build number 2. Here's my library. This is where I keep my books. But where do I keep the dangerous books? Well, you see this item frame here? If I give it a few little clicks and point it in the right direction, this is where I keep the dangerous ones. Okay, bad acting aside, It's just a secret library. The key here is that item frames actually give out a redstone signal that not many people know about. The most important thing and how it is able to read that is the comparator behind. And as you can see here, the redstone setup to actually make it is surprisingly simple. It is a bit more complicated than the last one, and it's definitely not the most simple redstone device that you can make, but of all the redstone things you can make, trust me, this one is really nice and simple, and I'll explain how to do it now. The trick with this is that item frames give off a specific strength of redstone signal depending on what position the item is in the frame. So right now it's giving off a tiny bit of redstone signal, just enough to push it 1 block along. If I press it again, it gives off 2 blocks along, 3 blocks along, 4 blocks along, 5 blocks along, 6 blocks along, 7 blocks along, and 8 blocks along. So how I make it work with the sword being in its final position at the very top is I made this redstone line here go 8 blocks away. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Before it got to the redstone torch. This redstone torch is actually what powers these sticky pistons which are holding onto the bookshelves. So in order to build that, all you need is blocks of any kind, doesn't matter what they are. I'm just going to use purple concrete to be fancy. Redstone torch, you only actually need 1 redstone torch. Some sticky pistons to hold on to whatever you're doing, some redstone dust, a redstone comparator, possibly some redstone computers if you want to put the redstone torch much further away, but it's unlikely you'll need those. An item frame and an item to go in the frame. Doesn't matter what it is. We're going to start off by putting 2 sticky pistons down, facing in the direction of whatever you want. Put those 2 down to attach to it. And then depending on where you want to put your item frame, so let's just say I want to put it right next to it here. Put the item frame down there. I'm going to put a block behind it, and then that block is where the comparator is going to go, so that it's right behind the item frame. Then I'm going to put another block behind it and connect redstone dust. So right now, all this is doing is giving off enough redstone signal to go through the block into the comparator and then giving this little bit of line here, redstone. If I put another piece down here, this bit is not powered. This bit is, this bit isn't. If I press it again, now this bit's powered. So if I put down 1 more piece, that is not powered. And so on, all the way up to 8 blocks away. So depending on where you want the item frame to be when it turns off the sticky pistons is how far away you want to put the final redstone torch. So if I want it to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then anything after that will trigger the pistons. All I need to do is go 4 blocks away. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then here, I'm going to put down a block and a torch so that this turns off the torch. If this was turned off, the torch is on. Here, we're going to put down another block so that we can connect some redstone to it going down. And then all we need to do is connect this redstone over to here. Put a block there so that the redstone goes through the block into that sticky piston. And finally put a bit of redstone dust on top so that it travels into that piston. And that's pretty much the crux of this entire thing. That's all you need to do. When I turn this now to number 5, it will turn off that redstone torch, turn off those sticky pistons because the redstone torch has gone off, and it will open up whatever gateway you have here. So if you want to build a secret passageway down, it'll cover it up. If you want to build a secret passage going to the right, you do the exact same. It'll open that up for you. And there you have a secret door using an item frame. The Iron Man. This last one is a really dumb design, but it's one that amuses me greatly. I call it the Iron Man. You'll understand why in a second. Picture yourself in your base, you get attacked by a horde of zombies. What are you going to do? You need your armor on desperately, so you run over towards the Iron Man, jump straight in, and are suited up instantly. I don't know why I like this so much. Alright, you make this by simply putting 4 dispensers right next to each other, all facing each other, and then a pressure plate in the middle, and then put 1 piece of each of your armor into each of the dispensers. That's literally it. As soon as they're in, when you stand next to a dispenser, if it has armor in it, it'll put it directly onto you. It's a very simple thing that, again, not many people know about, mainly because you don't really need it in the slightest, but it's fun to do. Alright, and that's the 3 simple builds. Hopefully you've learned something today. Hopefully you managed to incorporate these designs into your build somehow. I love the elevator. I think it's unbelievably helpful. I build it even when I don't need to. I build it even if my base isn't high up. I tend to just build one going down into the ground just for the hell of it, just so I can easily get down somewhere. But those are the free designs for now. If you have any questions on them, please feel free to comment. If you know the original designers of these or the people who made them popular, please feel free to comment their name, put their link, anything you like. I will try and put it into the description, make sure that they get credit for it. But for now, I will see you next time. Wow, that was really good timing.